Good morning. Welcome to Ramblings with Joe. Let's talk about the war with Iran. Nobody's calling it a police action with Iran. Nobody's calling it a military movement in Iran. Nobody's calling it anything other than a war with Iran. So we are at war with Iran. There's no doubt about that. It is an undeclared war. It is a war that the Congress did not have any sway over. President Trump invaded Iran. It's an air invasion, I'll give you that. There's no ground troops at the moment. There's a buildup. So we are at war with Iran. Last night I was watching Piers Morgan, and on his show, Dave Smith and Adam Sosnick had a debate. It's black and white. It's left and right. It's right and wrong. But it's not. It's absolutely not. It can be both. It can be neither. It's this whole you have to choose a side thing. It really hit me last night when right in the middle of the debate when Adam started telling Dave that his party only got 1% of the vote for the president. Yeah, that might be true. That party that I left because I consider it to be a failure, but I still consider myself to be a libertarian. But that party did not garner over 1% of the vote, or slightly more than 1% of the vote. That wasn't the point. The debate was not whether Libertarian Party was a viable option or not. The debate was over, well, how President Trump is doing during this term in office, and if the MAGA coalition has been destroyed. Dave's opinion was, yes, the MAGA coalition has been destroyed. Adam, I'm not real sure what his point was. Mostly his point was just to throw insults at Dave. Talked about his outfit that he chose to wear to the debate. Talked about another debate that Dave had been in that he considered that Dave lost. What he didn't do was talk about the bullet points that Dave brought up. The substance of the debate. He lost. There's no doubt. Adam lost the debate. He struck out is what happened. He didn't come prepared. Now I listened to the podcast he's on with Patrick Bet-David, and it's an interesting podcast. And when you're having a podcast with cohorts like the three or four people on that podcast, you tend to be able to support each other's arguments. But when you're going head to head with someone who you disagree with so much, you got to come prepared, and you have to bring facts. And Dave Smith definitely bought the facts. It's not black and white. It's not left or right. It's not even libertarian versus left or right. It's not even right versus wrong at this point. I disagree with President Trump's invasion of Iran. I disagree. I don't think he should have done it. I think he will be impeached over it after the midterm elections. And as far as I can tell, justifiably so. Even he refers to the Iran war as a war. We're at war. That's not who has the ability to declare war. Congress does. I don't think the impeachment will lead to his removal. I don't think that they will successfully convict him. This is a political thing that will happen. And I think that this is a huge stain on his presidency. It was Trump himself who said he was going to be a peaceful president. This is not peace. There are many people on his side that say that Iran would not allow him to be peaceful. Okay, then he failed as a diplomat. He failed as the great deal maker. Either way, this is a huge stain on his presidency. It's a sad day in America where we can't step back and say, this is wrong. We're in a war. We are there. It is happening. I hate that we're in a war. I dislike war. I served my country, and while I served, we did everything we could to avoid war. And fortunately for me, we were in the most peaceful time in American history when I served. But we're in a war. I disagree with Dave. I disagree with Dave Smith on this point. I don't think that we should now just stop and back out. I think that this will have ramifications to our country well beyond the next few presidents. I think they need to finish the job now. I think they need to go in there, and I think that they, as much as I hate to say what I'm about to say because I'm 100% against starting anything like this, I think they need to get that regime in Iran out of the country. It has to end. And I don't know if we have the global backing to do it. I don't know. The inability of the President of the United States to find a peaceful solution falls at the feet of the President of the United States. I don't hate Trump. I didn't hate Kamala Harris. Every time a president wins, I usually make a post about how I hope he or she has a very successful presidency, because that means we're having a successful time both in America and in the world. If we back out now, we've lost the war. We've lost the ability to be the America that we should be. We had a lot of hope for President Trump. He's faltering. He's faltering hard. I don't know how he's going to turn this around. It's very sad. As far as the Libertarian Party only getting 1% during that debate, yeah, it's a third party. And America keeps buying into the idea that we have two choices, left or right, Republican or Democrat. And the Republican and Democrats are very happy with that because, well, they're in power. And as I keep saying, they are different sides of the same coin. Neither one of them want to lose, but I also believe neither one of them want to see the other one not as a contender anymore because they can deal with them. They can't deal with a libertarian. It's frustrating to see that debate because I went in hoping that someone was going to be able to show me some points where Dave Smith was wrong and that I had been misinformed. But that's not what happened. What happened was, Smith won the debate. He brought up more powerful points than Adam did, and it's very sad. The whole point of a debate is the exchange of ideas and to influence both the viewers and the debaters. And that didn't happen. Instead, what happened was one of the debaters couldn't get any points out worth anything, so he just started insulting the other debater. I got to tell you, if you're going to go after a comedian who's been in the business for years and start insulting them, you're going to end up with your own foot in your mouth. I mean, he's got the experience to take you down on that front, sadly. I enjoy both those podcasts, by the way, Patrick Bet-Davis and Dave Smith's podcast. They're both very enjoyable and they can both be very informative. But on the debate with Piers Morgan, or rather on the Piers Morgan show, Smith won that one, hands down, easily. Had a bunch of people telling me how to do my job and telling me how to do my job wrong. But I found some of them very humorous and indicative of how things are being done. Sadly, I think there are some people in our company that are doing their job incorrectly. I hope that you all go out and find some facts. And if you don't agree with someone and you can't counterpoint in a debate, it might be time to close your mouth and open your ears. And perhaps, you can go back and figure out whether you need to change your mind or viewpoint, whether you need to do a little bit deeper digging and find better points to support your side of the debate. I'm off to work. I hope that you all find peace, love, and dream. Until next time, ciao.